Hello and welcome to English 2. I'm your online teacher, Miss Bear. We have been working over the last several weeks on Dr. King's letter from Birmingham Jail, a unit that was put together by Engage New York. I'm going to go rather quickly today because I want to give you as much time as you possibly can have to write the essay that is necessary for the end of this unit. So I'm going to skip a couple of slides and go straight into today's agenda. We're going to look at some homework accountability, and then we're going to go directly to our end of unit assessment, and then we'll close everything out. You will see on your screen the standards that we're going to be addressing today. Standards 10.5 and 10.6 are really just you looking at Dr. King's letter and looking at the rhetoric and word choice and all of the things that are necessary for you to write an effective essay. But before we do, I promised you that I was going to give you an opportunity to work with a partner and look at the evidence collection tool and answer those two questions. And so I'm going to give you a second. And I would ask that you find somebody in your classroom who identified the same purpose or at least one of those claims so that you can compare those notes and be ready to write this essay. Fantastic job. I heard some of you talking about you worked with someone else last night during your homework, and that makes me proud as your teacher, knowing that you are going to have a fantastic essay because you have put so much effort into this entire unit from the time we started until the end of the time that you're going to write this essay. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward and give you the end of the unit assessment. You are going to write a multi-paragraph response to the prompt. Analyze how King develops and refines his claims to advance his purpose. And I want you to notice a couple of things on your screen. Because this is a formal writing task, the end of unit assessment should include an introductory statement, well-organized ideas supported by relevant and sufficient textual evidence. And it should also include a concluding statement or section that clearly establishes the significance of the claims and strategies King chooses. Also, remember to use some of that domain-specific vocabulary, proper grammar, capitalization, punctuation, and spelling to achieve a formal style and objective tone. You can use your notes, tools, annotated text, and anything that you have in your binder. Now, here is my little plug for what happens in my classroom, okay? So here's my binder. It has all of the things that I have done throughout this entire unit, right? Mine looks kind of thin because I don't have everything in here, but you have everything in your binder. Some of you are going to need to spread out. And in my classroom, and this is up to the teacher that's in yours, don't come at me, but in my classroom, sometimes there are students that are on the floor with their paper and with their pencil, and they've got all of their things spread out. Sometimes, because there are people on the floor, there are extra desks, and so I have some students that are pulling two desks together to have all of their notes spread out, and I have other students who have things so neatly organized in their binder. They're just happily flipping through, finding the things that they need, whatever works for you and whatever the teacher in your classroom allows. This particular unit does not have an opportunity for peer revision and feedback and any of those things. So here's my little plug for you. Guys, at the end of the year, when you take your state assessment, you're not going to have an opportunity for peer feedback. You have had an opportunity every single time we have met throughout this unit. Every single lesson, you have had an opportunity for peer feedback to your questions, to your quick writes, to all of those things. You should be able to write an effective essay at this point without that peer feedback. But if your teacher in your classroom allows it, that's up to them. We are not going to be given any additional days in this unit to do peer feedback or revisions. So you're going to have to make this original draft your best draft, and I believe that you can. Until next time, happy learning.